I'm out with eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Truck Trolley. Now this is going to be a great option for you if you're looking for just being able to reach the gear in the back of your truck a little bit easier than before. So let's check it out. So what I really like about this is how it's going to help you really just manage the gear in the back of your vehicle, your truck. Especially if you have anything like a camper shell back here. If I wanted to grab anything near the cab of my truck, I'm not going to be able to. So it's going to be almost a must for anything like that. So if you're just doing some daily driving, you got your emergency equipment at the back, it's hard to reach, you're going to want to make it easier, especially in those emergency situations. But it's not just going to be just for that. It's going to be great for if you're doing any type of camping, you got some kids in sports, or if you got any DIY projects that require any mulch, concrete, anything like that. It's going to be a little bit heavier. It's perfect for those scenarios. But we'd love to hear how you're using it in either a picture or a comment. So a couple of those things to consider when you're living with this are going to be the casters and wheels we have on the bottom and the mesh backing. Now with those caster wheels, there's going to be multiple of these, so they're all going to work together to help this be a little bit easier to push in. Now, other things to consider is that if you have a lot of debris in the bed of your truck, let's say you got a lot of gravel back there, that can definitely impede the use of this. And in some cases, I have heard of some people having these wheels pop out on them. The nice thing about these wheels are they're really easy to put back into place if you ever do have that issue. Now, the other thing is going to be with that mesh back here, it's going to be kind of like a twofold thing. So when I push it back here, this isn't going to be all the way against the back end of my truck. And with that, we're losing out on a little bit of space there. So we're losing out on roughly 3 or 4 inches. So you won't be able to maximize what you can put in your bed. But the flip side of things, which I actually like a little bit more, is if you have any heavier items and you slam on the brake, if those items were to fly forward, that mesh backing is going to hopefully cushion that hit and make sure things aren't as noisy as they were before. Now today we actually have the owner of this truck trolley to give us his own thoughts about this. He's actually owned it for a year, so it's going to be nice to get some more real world experience. So we got Zach over here to help us talk about the truck trolley. Thanks for stopping by.
Of course.
So the biggest question I got for you is, what's your main use you get out of this?
My main use, well, having the camper shell on the truck is really awesome for keeping everything protected, but it makes it challenging to reach everything. So keeping all my bike stuff in here in the summertime, not needing to crawl in there to reach stuff, whether I'm going to the grocery store going to the hardware store to pick up bags of mulch, all that type of stuff allows me to load it up, not have to awkwardly climb in there, and I can just kind of wheel it out and have better access to it. So that's really the biggest thing for me is I get the benefits of the camper shell, but I can quickly access everything without having to crawl in the truck.
Yeah, so it just feels like, or it looks like it saves you a lot of like stretching. If I had to reach in here to grab everything I needed, especially anything like more like on the emergency side of things, if I'm having to make a quick pit stop, something's happened to my vehicle, I don't want to have to try to crawl back here to get what I need.
That's exactly right. Yeah, so being able to access all that stuff is super handy. When we go on vacations, it's nice because you can throw everything back here, everything's organized, it's easy to access. You know, when you go winter holidays, like shoes are wet, they're muddy, I don't want to have to crawl in the truck and get everything else gross. Just wheel it out, access anything I need. So yeah, it's super handy that way.
All right, and next question I have for you is going to be more so on how it feels when you're using it on a daily basis and how sturdy it feels.
Yeah, so when I first got the truck, I really wanted to get one of those heavy-duty metal slides. That's all I really knew. It's all I've ever seen before. Then I quickly realized how much those things cost, and I don't think I actually would max them out. So it's a little overkill for my personal use. My wife, on the other hand, though, for her business, she's loading this up with soil and rocks and all kinds of plants. She really has tested this thing out a lot for that capacity, and we both really enjoy how easy it is to slide things out. We've been up to that capacity multiple times. It's kind of heavy to roll it, but it definitely rolls. Like, we've got some concrete on there right now, and I mean, we're both doing it together, but it's not too bad. And I was impressed at how much we could actually throw at it. And we've had all kinds of stuff back here, and it's still in great shape. It's a little dirty, but just take it out and hose it off if you really care about it that much. But it has actually been pretty impressive, and I saved a ton of money. And I don't have any permanent modifications in the truck. I didn't have to drill in the bed for my personal use.
No, yeah, that's one of the biggest things, honestly, for me is just how quick and easy it is to take this in and out. Like,
Yeah.
there's only a couple of straps holding this in place, right?
Yep. Yeah, and then for me, I don't take it out too much. A couple times I've loaded some stuff up that was a little bit large for the footprint of this, and then a couple times with just putting some lumber back here that it didn't make sense. But I just undo the strap and pull it out, and it's easy to go. And the day that I trade this truck in for something different, not being permanent, I can transfer it over to that truck too. So it's going to be awesome.
Nice. It's nice that it can definitely grow along with you with the other vehicles
For
in
sure.
the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
So overall, I think this is going to be the option for most people. It's going to allow you to really utilize your whole entire bed, especially if you do have a camper shell on top of it. Now, there are going to be other options, and another solid choice is going to be the bed slide option. And I'm going to recommend that for anyone who's more so on the contractor side of things, because it is going to have a much larger weight capacity, and it looks a little bit nicer too. Now, the only downsides to them are they're typically going to be a little bit more of a premium option, a little bit more expensive, and on top of that, when you are putting it in your bed, this is going to be a permanent installation, so you will have to make some modifications to your bed, unlike this one right here. So if you get a new truck later on, it most likely won't be compatible, or on top of that, you'll just have to take this out completely and put it in the new one. So for most people, I'd recommend this option. But that's pretty much all there is to it. If you guys have any other questions, please let us know here at eTrailer. But again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.